To make the outside shell, we have the two pieces that have the hearts are on the outside. This is the inside, okay? So what's gonna happen is we're going to lay these on top of each other. After we score them, they will create like a gatefold, okay? So what we're going to do, we are going to score on each of the outside edges. So one's the left side, one's the right side. So we're going to come in 4 inches and score. Now, on the other one, we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna come in 4 inches and score. So using my trusty dusty cutting mat here, I'm gonna measure to 4 inches and I'm gonna score. Okay, put that aside. Same thing, opposite side. Very, very simple. And again, if you would like the all you need is love on the outside, that's what this pink paper says, then you can switch it around. Make it your own. Okay, so where the score is, we're gonna fold it. Just make sure that it lines up on this edge. If for some reason it does not line up perfectly, we can trim it down later. No one's gonna know the difference. Okay, so there's one. It's gonna go one way. And we did make the pattern so that it can go either way. So in case you did do them both in the same direction. Okay, here is an aerial shot of basically what it's going to look like. Okay, so you have your left and your right. You have 2 L's, right? They're going to go together like this. We're going to adhere at the back. So I'm gonna take out my board for right now. Sorry, I'm having a nose issue right now. I'm gonna put tape all over. Okay, let me show you again. These are the parts for the inside of your love. All you need is love, okay? Right now, we're gonna keep this aside. We don't need to worry about that. These are the pieces we're gonna worry about right now. We're gonna use our little cutting mat or whatever you use. This is the slide that comes out of the pocket. This is the mechanism for making the slide. So this is the spine and this is the wrap. It says it on there. You will not see these, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to use a scoring tool. You don't need to. You can use a cap pen, whatever, if you don't have a scoring. I'm assuming everybody has a scoring pen. Okay, so this is a design we made ourselves. So you are going to score here, here, and here. I mean, it's pretty logical. These are just gonna fold in to make a pocket. This is gonna fold over so that when you open it, you can see the pattern. So I'm just gonna line this up with the little, I'm gonna call them armpits. I don't know what else to call them, everybody. So I'm gonna line up here and here, and I'm just gonna score it a couple times, okay? Now, when you put yours together, if you would rather have the hearts on the outside, you can flip yours to the outside. If you'd like it, I'll give you an example. Okay, we are going to fold these in. So either, and you don't have to decide this minute, you can either have it this way, where it opens up, you see the plaid, which I kind of prefer, because if you have a sentiment or something you want to put in here, it's a little easier to read on this than it would be on this. So how I'm going to put it together for this tutorial is these flaps, the plaid part, are gonna go backwards. And to give you an idea of what it's gonna look like, it's gonna sit on top of this pattern. So you want a contrast between the two, and then that'll open like that. Okay, so let's finish this up. It's super easy. When I score things, I score it, then I fold it, and then I refold it so it has a really good score on it. So we're gonna repeat that all the way around. And there's no wrong way to do this, everybody. So if you happen to do something not the way that I did it, I'm not going to say that it's wrong. I'm going to say not the way that I did it. You know, just make it your own. Okay, so these are all so it'll be like this, where it says score tabs will be the inside. You will not see that. So I am going to fold all of those in. I'm going to crease them really good. So just so I have a nice clean crease, okay? And that's what you have. This is your open up. And again, if you want to switch it the other way, you're more than welcome to do that. Okay, for the slide, what we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit of tape here. I'm going to use a thin foam tape so that it sits up just a little bit. You're going to put it just on the bottom of the spine tab. So it will sit. Can everybody see that? It's going to sit so it kind of is a stopper for it. This is because I screwed up. Don't screw up like me. So on the spine portion, this is going to go roughly. There's two lines of the type. We're going to put it basically centered on that third line. It does not have to go perfectly in there. Okay, so we're going to adhere that down. Now we're going to do another, what I'm going to call stopper, at the top of this little spine. I am going to slightly trim it because I don't want to be able to see that sticking up. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing that we did on the bottom. I'm going to pop it off for you guys. Okay, so we're just going to, if everybody can see this, we're just going to put on the very tippy top so that the slide goes up and down this channel. Okay. Let's just make sure that it is centered in this space. It will wiggle a little bit because it is. Okay, so you see how that works? Let me show you from here. Okay, so let's recap that real quick. When I make the channel, so what's going to happen here is you have your spine piece, the piece that wraps around it, which is going to hold is held on to the card part, not on the base part. You're going to put foam on the top, foam on the bottom, or just adhesive. It's fine. It can be flat. And then when you do that, it will pop up. Okay? Now, the next thing we need to do, we're going to move away these things, is we're going to put adhesive onto our pocket. I promise you, this is the hardest part. Okay, make sure you do not go over with your pocket with the adhesive because it will make things a little bit more complicated. Okay, so now we have this piece. They're sticky on these three sides. There's nothing in the middle. Sticky, sticky, sticky on those tabs. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm not sure how I'm going to show you guys this. Okay, so this is upside down. There's two little channels here. We are just going to fit it around the piece we just put on, the slidey piece. I'm going to flip it back over. Okay. I'm going to put this pretty far. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to put it pretty far down to the bottom. You just want to make sure that the adhesive is going onto this and not onto this, or you will not be able to pull it out of the pocket. Okay. So once it's in place correctly, this will pop out and you can see the full, all you need is love. So we're going to pop that back in there. And then you can pull this out. Just make sure it fits into that pocket. Okay, that's closed. Okay, so we have two of the large hearts that work together and two of the little ones. Oops, one more. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of all the little pieces there. For the front, I don't know which way we want to do it. Let's do it this way just for fun. So what we're going to do is we are going to put, this is going to be your opening to open it. If you want to trim these down a little bit, you can. You can use a little piece of Velcro if you want it to have a Velcro closure on it. I am just going to put it the way that I created it without trimming it down. So we're going to put the silver heart this way and a silver heart on the back side so that when we open it, it's got a finish on it. So we're going to put adhesive all over the first heart, okay? We're going to use the center of the heart, so the V down and the little point at the bottom. We're going to put that on. We're going to open it up. I'm going to trim this up a little bit more because I didn't. If you want to make extra little flippies, you can make little flippies for the side here. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. So this guy is going to fit on here, so when it's open, it looks more finished. And I didn't plan on that happening. Okay, so I did something dumb. And so because I stuck that down, because I'm going to put the whole thing down. Okay, so it's got a nice feel to it. I love that silver. Okay, so that, you can put somebody's name on here, you can put another little tag on here, you can put a picture on here, any of those things. Okay, so now it has the cute little glittery heart on the inside. We are going to, for this one, I think, put a little pull tab so that it's easier to pull this off or out. So we're going to do kind of the same concept as what we did on the front. However, we're going to do it towards the bottom. So we're going to, it will, excuse me, hang off a little bit. So if you don't want to do it centered, we're just going to make sure you lift it up. This is to make the little pull. If you want to just use these as an accent on the inside, you can use them like that, but we are going to make the pull so that it's a little easier to get out our all you need is love, which I just messed up the U. Okay. So this time I was smarter. Okay. So we're gonna do just like we did before. We're gonna line these two up. We're just down the center. It's on there really nicely. And you can pull that out. When you go back in, make sure, because I did pop mine up, if yours is flat, you don't have to worry about it. But if you popped it up, just make sure you use your finger and just pull it a little bit. And there you have it.
Thank you.